My name is Kizito Osinobi. Welcome to another edition of One Plant. This is a Hilton Galleria, venue of the 4th annual Ugo Sunday Foundation Gala Night. I have here an internationally award-winning Nollywood actress who has made name locally, nationally, and internationally. It is my pleasure to welcome Ambassador Chief Miss Clara Chukura.
How are you?
How do you feel special guest to the 4th annual Ugo Sunday Gala Night Foundation?
Yeah, I feel, firstly, I feel humbly privileged because of the work the foundation has been doing. Who recognize me for the work that I've been doing and wanting me to be a part of tonight. You know, be the special guest of honor for such values that Ugo Sunday Foundation represent, because a foundation like Ugo Sunday, you know, is a foundation set up first and foremost to pass on, you know, to continue the legacy of the parents of Dr. Esther Ike Huber and her siblings. You know, so you were talking about parents who live a good life, a life that is worth emulating, and then they themselves, you know, having in them the desire, you know, to help others. You know, so I relate with what they're doing because that's what I've been doing for about 17 years with the Clara Chukura Initiative, and being invited to be the special guest of honor and being honored by the Mayor of Houston, the Ugo Sunday Foundation. I feel greatly appreciated. I feel that, you know, I've been able to add value, you know, to work of others, you know. The goals of Ugo Sunday Foundation, and for me, it's always worth it, you understand, to be able to reach outside of myself.
Ugo Sunday Foundation has been in existence for years.
Yeah, this is their fourth.
Yes. How long have you been associated with this foundation?
Yeah, I've been associated with the Ugo Sunday Foundation for about a year now. The first time that I came into contact with the Ugo Sunday Foundation was summer last year, and then we were together. I and Dr. Esther Ike Huber were together on October 1st last year, Nigeria's Independence Day in New York. Yes, and there was an ambassadorial award ceremony, and then again we were together in Washington, November, December, on a council that brought together women in women development. So I was able to see samples of her work, listen to her talk, and I saw that I could connect with what what I do under the banner of Clara Chukura Initiative International. I could connect with what she's doing under the banner of Ugo Sunday Foundation.
Okay, with what you have seen today and what has happened today, can you do a projection of Ugo Sunday Foundation in the next 5 years?
I see. I can make a projection of Ugo Sunday Foundation far beyond that. You know, I see Ugo Sunday Foundation being able to build a bridge, you know, between women development, supporting women in need, you know, from their headquarters in Houston here to eastern Nigeria, where they are. Where yes, I see them being able to build some very solid bridges, and being able to spread, the work, into even being able to bring young women from Nigeria to get well educated here, and send them back to train others. Yeah.
At least. Okay, most of the talk today was about women abuse. Does it mean that men are not abused?
That's a good question. That's a very, very good question.
At least we have so many men who are not educated, and
that's a very good question. Men suffer abuse also, but it's just that women are weaker vessel. There is a higher percentage of women suffering abuse because men are very physical. Men tend to be violent. Men tend to want to subject and subjugate. You understand? So I would say that some cultures tend to believe that abuse of wives by men is acceptable. Yes, it's not an issue of legal. You have here in the United States is a legal issue, but in the developed world it's a cultural issue. It's it's a traditionally accepted. So we need we need people to be educated. We need actually. Education is necessary for both men and women. That is what I talk about when we talk about domestic violence. I say the education is necessary for both male and female. The women need to be educated to reject it and love themselves. The men need to be educated that they
accept responsibilities and do what is supposed
and
to
to understand that you are a coward. As a man, when a man beats up a woman, he's a coward. You should go out there and
go inside the ring.
Hit a man like you.
In your speech, there was this vibe of spiritualism. Is that how you prepared the speech, or the inspiration came as you took the center stage?
I'm a very spiritual person, and at events like this, my talk is mostly evangelism. You understand? Because anyone who is working in charity, who is not divinely inspired, is doing it for profit. So for me, every charity organization that is divinely inspired is a ministry. And I speak at such events, from the evangelical point of view.
Okay. You've talked more about this Clara Onchukwu initiatives. Can we know more about it?
Well, Clara Onchukwu initiative, you can learn about Clara Onchukwu initiative from the website Clara Onchukwu Initiative International. Clara Onchukwu initiative, we have been working with women and children in social development from 1999. We work with orphanages, motherless babies' homes. We work with victims of VVF. We work with children in real ghetto slum communities, and our work has spanned Nigeria, Cameroon, Kenya, and Uganda. Yeah.
Okay. I know you are a household name in Nollywood, Nigeria. And what are you Nollywood Nigeria doing to develop Nollywood USA? The kind of incentives you people are trying to do to develop Nollywood USA?
Well, you see, in that, my my view about that is different from that of other people. You know, that's a view that's rooted in ignorance. You know, because having Nollywood USA, I think, is stupid. That's how I look at it. You know, you can say that you're producing a Nigerian film in
USA.
in the United States based on a Nigerian story, you know, based on the life of Nigerians who live in the United States, you know. But what I see is people trying to make stories that will include Americans and not just American lives, include Americans and all that, you know. And when they get back to premiere the movies in Nigeria, they don't make no money. You know why? Because Nollywood became Nollywood from telling our own stories. Yeah. And the fascination in Nollywood is the fact that it tells our own stories. Say for instance, you've been here, the people who are here, the Nigerians who are here, the reason why they were buying Nollywood movies is because, you know, they miss home. It reminds them of home.
Where they come from and what they used to enjoy.
Yeah, so when you make movies here, you know, and try to sell it to them, they look at you as, you know, I mean, I live here, I see all this, you know, are you gonna lie to me? Are you gonna tell me what's going on? You know? Then you have back home in Nigeria, you know, there's, except you want to make it comedy, you want to make it something for them to laugh about, you know. If it's, you want to make a feature film, you know, it's not a joke, you know, then they look at you, won't make no money. You know, they look at it like, excuse me?
So what you want to do?
Excuse me, I can watch American movies. Nollywood USA need to think first and foremost about what is Nollywood? What made Nollywood? Not what made Nollywood. Nollywood is telling the Nigerian story, the Nigerian way, by Nigerians, you know. And the interesting thing to me is you actually have the Nigerians, you know, in America, but because of the fact that they want to disconnect, they want to say, oh, we are, yeah, let me give you an example. One of the ladies in there, she's part of this project. I mean, she's part of the project. You know, she was introducing me to her daughter. Her daughter was apologizing to me that she mispronounced my name, and I told her I didn't even hear you. If I heard you, you know, when I got the microphone, I would have said it immediately, you know. And the mother was trying to excuse her and say, "Oh, we are not Nigerians." You know, I looked at her, I almost laughed in her face, but I try not to be rude. You know, the fact that your kid is born here, is no reason why you should say that you're not a Nigerian.
Therefore, you can.
Yeah, you know, no, yeah, but that's not the issue. The very saying that we are not Nigerians, you know, I felt embarrassed. You know the reason why I felt embarrassed? Because you walk into the nail stores, they're owned by the Chinese. You see them speaking Chinese. You know, they never let you forget that they are Chinese. You know, you go into the Mexican stores, they speak Spanish. They never let you forget that they are Mexicans. You understand? But you find Nigerians come here and become pretentious. You know, ours is not the only fucked up nation in the world. You know, ours is not. 2001, I was in Mexico. Yeah, I was at the head of the Nigerian delegation for the Cervantino Festival of Theatre. You know, the national troupe of Nigeria. I led the national troupe of Nigeria to Mexico. You know, it was a 12 states tour of Mexico. I traveled around Mexico with the national troupe. You know, Nigeria. It was a theater festival that had 136 countries of the world. You know, the whole thing was so. They were so racist that Nigeria was the only one that qualified in Africa. And guess what? You know, we went the Cervantino Festival. We took the play Yemoja. You know, I played Yemoja, right? And Nigeria, that was the only African, we won.
We won it.
Oh yeah, we won, because you see the Spanish people at the end of, you know, because the way that I perform, you know, I am born to act, you know. So after watching the plays, you know, the play, from Mexico to Brazilians to whatever, you know, you see them, they are pushing backstage, they just want to see me, they just want to touch me, because they thought that, you know, there was this fish, whatever, the way that I acted, they thought I was actually a mermaid. You understand? So we won. We won the. We won the competition. But the point where I'm going is that in that 12 states of Mexico, I saw how fucked up Mexico was. You understand? Mexico was so fucked up. Their governors and their presidents so corrupt. You know, you saw the Mexican kids, you know, jumping to just, you know, wipe your windscreen. As at that time, we didn't have that in Nigeria. We didn't have that level of poverty, you know. The tour bus would stop. You see them, you know, by the highways, you know, selling all kinds of. They were really fucked up. You understand? But here, they still tell you they are Mexicans. You know.
Yeah.
So, but you see, Nigerians come here because Nigeria is fucked up and this and that. They pretend that they are not Nigerians. You're not going to get far. Yeah, we're wasting each other's time. We're wasting each other's time. You know, right here in America, the way to develop to eat, because I won't say develop Nollywood USA, the way to make it work and have some form of industry as actors and actresses and producers, you know, and be able to eat, right, is to make Nigerian stories, you know, make it as raw as possible and make the Nigerians living here be real. Make them be real. Here, have the phone calls that that are having people from back home saying, "Are you not sending money at home? You people are enjoying over there, and you've forgotten us." Be real.
Like in those days, I know when I was a kid, if somebody is in abroad and they call it, he has to call wire. We have to go to the city to wait for the phone call to come from abroad, because maybe one person from the village lives over here. Something like that.
Yes, no, be real, as in it's not all a bed of roses. Be real, let the movies show how you can't even send $100 because you're paying bills around from one month to the other. It's about the bills.
What you get,
what you get is going. Yeah,
okay.
How you have to hustle, how you have to
some of us have been woken up by a alarm system.
Yeah, go to work in the morning and you have to go through traffic to get to the work, and you have to work, and till the end of the day you have to do 3 jobs, do 2 jobs. Be real, let the movies tell the stories as it is, that way. Not try to make movies and make it like, oh, here over in America, Nigerians are living big, this is that. You're not going to make no money. And then you're looking at how you have one Lynn Winfield in the movie, have Vivica A. Fox in the movie. You're wasting time.
Okay, let me ask, do you intend to partner with any of the Nigerians actors and actresses living in America?
I intend to. That's why I'm feeling. I'm talking to people. I'm feeling how people have. That's one of my goals in this my trip. On this my trip to Houston, because I have related with a number of Nigerians, trying to, and I see quite a lot of fake people. One of the problems that Nigerians have here is that there's a lot of stabbing in the back. A lot of people are it's crazy. It's crazy.
People want to ride on your back.
People come here and they change, from who we are.
That's what they are unpredictable. But that will not deter us from doing what we
it's part of what the stories would be, is showing, what people are, what our people are here. Is that who we are? That's not who we are. That's not who we are. You see the Jews help each other, the Mexicans around each other, the Chinese. Then here you have.
You see, that reminds me, like what we say. Some of us, we come here, we try to avoid being Nigerians. But some of us who are real Nigerians, that's why we created some programs here. We have some television, because if you go here, most of the channels here, Mexican, Spanish, they speak Spanish. About 10, 15 channels. You go, you see Chinese, you see, but we Nigerians, some of us now thought it wise, and feel it is necessary for us to start having our own program. That's why we have like EBT, ABN, NBC, and so what of you. Even this program, Point Blank Forum, we want to discuss about issues affecting Nigerians in that story, here in history, in the United States of America, any part of the world. So we need encouragement. When people like you, people who have traveled wide, come here to give us from your weight of experience, it will be a pat on our back, because our people are very heavy. They are very difficult to understand. They won't reason with you. When you come up with a program that will educate our people, they first criticize it. They won't even support you. But we cannot, because of what they are saying, we won't do what we're supposed to do.
Exactly. I would say to you, I did say that I wanted to, when Dr. Esther A.K. Huber told me, about your channel, told me about Eva, Stanley. I say, when I come tell them I want to see them, I want to meet with them, because I I am impressed. Why am I impressed? Because I went to school partly in the UK. You know, I worked in the theater at the Royal Court Theatre at Ambassadors, the personal theater of the Prince of Wales. You know, so I was in the UK when Nigerians began to own, you know, Ben TV, you know, difference began to grow. So I was impressed that finally, you know, people are being able to coming up, yeah, because that way someone like me can contribute content, you know, in terms of, you know, and can refer people, you know, contacts, you know, to your channel, you know. So it's about helping each other, lifting up each other, and that's what this Ugo Sunday Foundation is about, you know, giving each other a helping hand.
Okay, we're going to draw the curtain here, Mrs. Ambassador Chief, Ms. Clara Chukwuna. In one word, describe your feelings being in Houston. This is summer period.
Well, Houston is, this is my second time in Houston. The first time Mr. Bodeojo brought me to Houston, and it was great. I'm here the second time. I feel more
relaxed at home?
Yeah, more relaxed than at home.
At least you can see partners in the business.
So I look forward to being in Houston again. You know, the next time I believe I am hopeful it will be to do some creative work.
Okay. Hello viewers, it has been very, very wonderful speaking with Ambassador Chief Ms. Clara Chukwuna. From her weight of experience, I know that you out there have learned one or two things. As she said, she will be coming back for the third time, and that time it will be more creativity and ingenuity we are going to see. Until next time, I remain yours sincerely, Kizito Simino Ibe. Thanking you for watching.